Saturday Night is a really enjoyable film. Before I go any further, though, I will say that I'm not the most knowledgeable about SNL. I enjoy watching clips online, but I'm not the most knowledgeable. I don't even know if we have easy access to the entire show in the UK. I usually just catch clips that they upload online. So take everything I'm saying with a pinch of salt, but it's also worth mentioning that while I'm praising it, it also has 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb across 34,000 reviews and ratings, which is a really respectable rating. So I liked it. People seem to enjoy it as well, but again, I'm not the most knowledgeable about SNL. Saturday Night was released in 2024. It's directed by Jason Reitman. It's written by Reitman and Gil Kinnan, and we have a cast including Gabriel LaBelle, Rachel Sennott, Cory Michael Smith, Ella Hunt, Dylan O'Brien, and various others. And it's about the events immediately leading up to the first SNL Saturday Night Live broadcast. And I knew nothing about that. I know I have a basic knowledge of SNL nowadays. I've watched a lot of clips, but certainly with SNL in the 70s, absolutely no knowledge. So I went into this really ready to learn about this and excited to get that information and expand my very limited knowledge on the origins of SNL. And while I took everything with a pinch of salt, of course, I did learn a lot. And I did find it to be a very educational experience. And I found it to be a very busy experience. It's a very, very busy film. There is a lot happening. There are a lot of characters, and it feels realistic. Obviously, I wasn't there. I don't know how accurate it is, but it feels very believable as everything gets quite chaotic. There's a lot going on in the run-up to this first broadcast, and that part of it, I'll be honest, it gave me a bit of anxiety. It made me feel a little bit nauseous. It was very busy, very, very stress-inducing, but again, it feels very realistic and very believable, and I think they did a really great job with that. With regards to representing the 70s, I think they did a good job there. Again, I wasn't around in the 70s, but I felt like I'd been taken back in time. That part of it felt very believable as well, and we have some really great performances, some really strong characters. It is quite peculiar seeing people playing actors who are still alive. We have, for example, Dylan O'Brien playing Dan Aykroyd. We have Cory Michael Smith as Chevy Chase. And obviously those actors probably couldn't play their younger selves. I know with CGI they probably could, but it would be a bit strange. So it is a little bit bizarre having actors playing actors who are still alive, but it makes perfect sense, of course, and I thought it was a really enjoyable experience. The atmosphere is great, the narrative is well presented, the cast is phenomenal. We have Brad Garrett. It's actually because of Brad Garrett that I became aware of this. He plays Borch Belt comedian, and I've recently been working through all of his films, and this was one of them, of course, and I put it off for a little bit because I had to pay for it. It's not streaming in the UK just now. I think I paid $4.99 to rent it, I think. And initially I was hesitant because it's not a lot of money, but certainly I could use that money to buy something or two other films, because a lot of films are only £2.49 in the UK. And I thought, let's take the plunge, let's go for it. What's the worst that could happen? And thankfully nothing bad happened. It was a delightful experience, and I really enjoyed it, and I feel a lot more informed about the origins of SNL, the people involved in it, and again, I took it all with a pinch of salt. If there are any inaccuracies or anything that's maybe not getting enough attention, please feel free to let me know. I'd love to learn about that. But I enjoyed the experience, I learned a lot, and I feel a little bit more informed now. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. If, like me, you're in the same position in terms of knowledge, I think you will learn a lot. And if you're a big SNL fan, I guess I recommend it, but obviously take everything I'm saying with a pinch of salt. Though if you're a big SNL fan, chances are you've already seen it. If you haven't, I'd love to know what you think of it. Personally, I found it to be a pretty great experience, definitely educational, great cast, great performances, definitely a very busy film with a lot going on, a lot of substance. It has a lot to offer, and ultimately, I really thoroughly enjoyed it.